What's up, everybody? It's me, Melonie Mac, here on my new channel, Melonie Mac Go Boom. Today is officially 1 week. 1 week of starting this channel, and I'm at 17,000 subs, so thank you all so much. I'm so stoked. But, we're going to bring the happy down just a little bit. First of all, because today is Valentine's Day, and, being single on Valentine's Day can be a little miserable. But I just thought to myself, how can I make today worse? Okay? And this is how I'm going to do it. I'm not only going to be single on Valentine's Day, but I'm going to watch the Rings of Power trailer. Yeah, we're doing this. Now, I saw it during the Super Bowl, but it's kind of a blur. So we're going to watch it again. I'm going to talk about it. And then I'm going to read some comments that I've gotten on some of my recent videos because they were actually pretty good. And I was like, hey, I need to feature these. So I'm going to do that. And then I'll get to my verse of the day, as I like to do. So let's go ahead and hop in. I'm just going to get right to it. Let's go. Let's start with this. Whew. Here we go.
Haven't you ever wondered what else is out there? There's wonders in this world beyond our wandering.
This is the stupidest line to me. There's wonders in this world beyond our wondering. It just sounds stupid. It does not very coherent. Also, these moose people, interesting. Anybody who's very versed, can you tell me who these even are? Because I haven't read the books. I just watched the Peter Jackson movies and love them. But I need to know what these even are. They look like traveling merchants or something in The Witcher.
I can feel it.
Okay, she is pretty. I do think she's pretty, and I think she's casted well. I'll give them that. I'm trying to figure out, is he naked on that? Okay, let's see. Oh, dude! I'm trying to pause it! He is naked. It's okay. Now, I'm just going to be honest. I've already mentioned a lot of my issues that I have with the casting side of things, with the changes that they've made. You can watch my old videos for that, because I'm not going to repeat myself over and over on this. But I will say, this is like, this to me looks like a soap opera version of Middle Earth. It's very, I don't know. It just, I'm not personally feeling the heart of it. I don't know. I would have zero indication that this was Middle Earth. It looks more like it's trying to be Game of Thrones or something like that. Now, does it look, I don't know. Does it look like it won't be entertaining? I don't know. Maybe it could be entertaining, but it's not. It's just, I'm not getting Middle Earth vibes. I'm not. And not to mention the whole thing of having to race swap characters because they feel like they have to do that for you to relate to them if you're that same race as you. Or gender, the whole, like, when they race swap or gender swap in general, it's like, oh, now you can enjoy it. It just feels insulting. And, like, I'm trying to think for myself about characters that I relate to or that I like. I cannot think of a single Irish character I've ever related to, and I'm Irish. I can't think of a Native American character I've ever related to, and I'm Native American. And it's like, that is such a shallow and honestly racist way of thinking, where it's like, okay, you can't relate to a character unless they are the exact same race as you are, and they look like you. I could go on a tangent about that, but I'm not going to repeat myself. And I honestly think that my comments here really we're good. So we're gonna read these right here. So Jonathan says here, when you look at this as they are racist AF and only find value in classically white characters, it all makes sense. They are creatively bankrupt because they are ideologues in a cult. All they can do is steal someone else's idea, Star Trek, Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and race/gender swap characters. And this is so well put, in my opinion, because it's like, so they only have, for them to only have an appreciation for white characters and have to race swap them, or male characters and have to gender swap them. You can't come up with your own? Like, that's a kind of racist way of thinking anyway. DB here says, nobody took any issue with Eowyn in the real Lord of the Rings movies. She had what was probably one of the best lines of the trilogy when fighting the Witch King. He proclaimed that no man could kill him, and she took off her helmet and said, I am no man, which that was epic. I remember watching in theaters, like, everyone was shook on that scene. It was awesome. And proceeded to finish him. It never felt forced. It never felt over the top. She was scared. She was outmatched. And she was getting her butt kicked as any human would against him. That is bravery. That is powerful. Not some modern woke take where she would have been some superhuman warrior doing flips and whatnot. Similar to what you saw in Mulan then and now. You want to write a powerful female character. You don't do it by making them manly. Well said. All right here we have John. He says, keep up the good work. Jeremy had your back, and that's how I found you. Glad that happened. I'll go get the wheelbarrow to help you carry the massive balls you have sharing your faith. What a rare thing these days. I loved this comment. Thank you, John. That really brought a smile to my face. All right, and we have Donkeys United here, who says, the comment section on the new trailer is hilarious. Just a constant stream of evil is not able to create anything new. It can only distort and destroy what has been invented or made by the forces of good. J.R.R. Tolkien. I imagine Amazon will upload a new video and disable comments. Stay tuned. All right, now we have right here, Clown of the Times says, there is no curse in Elvish, Entish, or the tongues of men for this treachery. J.R.R. Tolkien, The Two Towers. Excellent. And then we have right here, Arth says, SJW woke community don't have sense of humor. You can't expect from them to follow the jokes. They're basically offended 24/7. That's what they do for a living, professionally offended people, and I'm telling you, that was one reason why it sucked being in the content creation space, and it still does, but now I just let loose and I quit caring. But man, I love jokes. I love dark humor, especially, and so I'm constantly feeling like if I can't make the same jokes that I make in person now on Twitter, or else I'd get ruined. They would try, but these days I quit caring. So, all right, now right here, I pinned this one on my last video. Queasy here. He says, so much I could say here, but I'll keep it short. I've been watching you since 2014 through 15-ish, since the Until Dawn and Rise of the Tomb Raider videos. Thank you. It's so great to hear your thoughts and opinions on topics of this sort. It's so annoying when these wokies will race swap a character for the sake of representation. For example, race swapping Batman and making everything about the character to be black. I don't need to see Batman as a stereotypical black man in order to relate to him. I admire Bruce Wayne as a character and what he's done. It's not about race or gender. Something I've been annoyed with for a while. Love this channel. Speak your mind. Thank you so much, Queasy. And I totally relate to you in the sense that whenever they do this with female characters and they feel like they got to pander to women and they treat women like tokenism, it's frustrating. And so I feel your frustration there. And I appreciate you sharing that. Thank you. And then he got a reply. Someone replied to him. Okay, mind you, look at Queasy here. Queasy, we got his picture here. We got his comment. Very clearly black. He replies. Public reply, okay? I'm not exposing anyone. This is a public reply. He replies to a black man. Okay? This is just the woke really out themselves, man. He says, question. So you people... You really said that? You really said you people. So you people are able to accept dragons, magic, and people coming back from the dead in this fantasy. But one black elf, you just can't wrap your brain around. I hate woke culture and hashtag MAGA woke culture. Both woke cultures are bad for obvious opposite reasons we're saying. Dude, I'm not even gonna disagree that the far, like, alt-right MAGA, like, not every MAGA, but, like, you know, there is an extreme side that I do think is also unreasonable. But it's funny that, here's the thing, though, is the people on, like, the super woke side will call everybody who has any sort of disagreement or any level of nuance in alt-right grifter or whatever. Okay? Dude, first of all, I'm a libertarian. I'm all about freedom, man. I will accept and love people who are on the left and who are on the right. You know, I don't care. My only thing is, if anybody is going to be pushing their beliefs and forcing their beliefs on other people and calling people names and saying, oh, if you don't agree with me, then you're a misogynist and you're a sexist and you're this and that and the other. Yeah, then you're insufferable. So you want to know why I'm constantly calling out woke people? It's because y'all are the most insufferable, you know? And it ain't even just that I call out. Just watch my video about the Puritan culture. I spent more time calling out people that were spouting things from the other side of things. So, you know, this whole going to extremes and gaslighting people, it ain't it. We see right through it, okay? Also, I just completely missed the point, my guy. Just completely missed the entire point. First of all, if this elf was originally written as a black character, great. You think we have a problem with black characters? We don't. We have a problem with tokenism and pandering and being insulted, okay? It's insulting to tell black people that they can't enjoy any ounce of content unless they have somebody that looks exactly like them. Just like it's insulting to tell a woman you can't enjoy a show unless there's another woman in it. It's insulting, okay? It's just, that's just how it is. And I don't know why that is so difficult for some people to understand, and why I can't grasp is the fact that he wrote this message to a black guy. All right, Mike. Okay, and then here we have my favorite comment I got yesterday. This is on a video from a couple days ago, though, but it is my favorite comment. Valsker says, never thought I'd die standing side by side with a Twitter woman. You know, I know my Lord of the Rings fans, y'all know this reference. I was laughing so hard. What about a friend? All right, now let me go to my verse of the day, because y'all know I like doing this. Now, obviously, this is not entirely applicable. I wouldn't even apply this to what's going on at all, but I'm just being trolly today, so we're going to roll with it. And it is a good verse anyway. Or, yeah. Isaiah 5, verse 20 says, woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And you know, something that really stood out to me, Zuby made a tweet. When was this? Like, I don't know, a month ago or something like that. And he said, for every 7 deadly sin, there's a woke movement behind it, encouraging it. And it's so freaking true. And yeah, that's why I feel like this is really fitting for today's times. I kind of want to... I kind of wanted to dive into the comments of this video as well. Are you ready for September 2nd? Ready to rewatch the original trilogy instead of this garbage? Oh my gosh. Profanation. I'm ready to give 0 score to this crap on every platform. You have no respect to Tolkien filming SJW movies. No, we ain't. That's right. Horse opinion on each platform for this profanation. You know what? I have to admit, I've never heard the word profanation. I'm guessing. I'm not exactly sure what that means. It sounds like some sort of spin on profanity. But we'll see. Cancel it. I will read the book and just read the lore of Second Age, then watch this. The original trilogy was the best interpretation of the books. War of the Ring will not be better than that, and probably the most disputed. You have to learn to respect cultures in the world. Don't violate people's values. Cancel the series. All right. So anyway, I didn't even cherry pick those comments, dude. I was reading them in order. So yeah, don't come for me. This oddly lightened my mood. There's just, and it's funny, some peeps be so mad. I see peeps be so mad. And some people that are like subtweeting others, some people I know are subtweeting me for hating on this before it even comes out. Like, okay, I understand on one hand where it's frustrating when people knock something before they see it. But like, dude, first impression matters. And let's stop this whole toxic positivity thing where people can't criticize stuff. Let us do what we gotta do. The new Spider-Man movie, when that came out, or before that came out, do you realize how much I trashed on that? How much I was like, dude, I'm so sick of Peter being little Stark Jr. and living in his shadow. And oh my gosh, he's gonna get outshined in his own movie again. Like, I went off hating on that movie before I watched it. I just knew I wasn't gonna like it. And guess what? I watched it and I loved it, okay? So just because we're trashing on something doesn't mean that if for some miracle reason this actually was good, we wouldn't, it's not that we wouldn't admit it. Like, dude, I'm telling you, if this somehow magically turned out to be really entertaining and they made it work, I'll be the first to admit it. But I'm just saying, it doesn't look too promising. So anyway, there's my take on that. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you next time. In the meantime, go boom. Let's go.